All right, we should be live any second. Any moment now, and there we go. This time it took a little bit longer. Hello, everybody. My name is Chris, and this is once again Born on 11/9/70. It is 8:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 12th of March, 2017, and I want to show something to you guys so you could see that there are so many people that get rich on YouTube. That's why a lot of them will sell out. A lot of them will just do things like the cat videos and the video games and all that other stuff because they want to make millions of dollars. I did this because of the fun of it. So it's also that it means a lot to me to be one of a select few that actually cares enough to want to show and talk about what's out there. Although some of it may sound crazy, some of it will be, sounding like it's something that's just out of a fictional story. I can understand that, and I can definitely understand that. But over the years, I've done this because of the fact that it matters to me, and I want to show you something. So I have it on screen share right now, and I'm going to show you my ad revenue. So you could see that I'm not doing this. It's not making me wealthy. Now, if you look right here, and I'll try and make this a little bit larger, so you can see I have nothing to hide. This is right here for the past month. $172.20 for this month. Now, that is not even the amount that I get. I get 60% of that small amount, and that's per month. And that's one of the higher ends of what I get. So if you think, because it'll roughly be probably about 120, maybe 115, if you think I am doing videos for about, let's just round it off to 150. Let's round it off to 200. Let's go higher than what this is, even though I only get 60% of the estimated revenue, because it's never that amount, it's estimated. Let's say I make 200. Do you really think I'm doing this for $200 a month? I mean, not for nothing. I could make a lot more going on welfare if that was the case. But I thought it was time to actually show this kind of stuff so you can see that I do this because it's right. I do it because I'm tired of the lies. I do this because I'm sick of all the bad things that are going on in this world. And I was one of those people back in 2008, before I knew YouTube even existed. I was a 100% Obama supporter. I was a Democrat. I used to watch MSNBC. I used to love watching the Rachel Maddow show. I used to believe in our government and the fact that things are going to change, and he meant what he said. Until I started learning about what's really going on in this world. And I could have easily dismissed it. I could have been like some of the trolls and my haters who will automatically make fun of and dismiss everything because it's just easier to do that. No, I decided to give a damn. And despite what I do, despite being silenced, despite being attacked and ridiculed, I've had people tell me, oh, I do this for the money. It's just ridiculous. So I wanted to show proof that I am not a millionaire, nor will I ever be, especially on YouTube. And it pisses me off that YouTube is going to try and silence, or at least try and make it difficult and make it, well, they do silence things. I have people tell me all the time they can't see my videos. And the thumbs up don't work. And then you have the trolls who get paid to do it, or they do it because they have nothing better to do. This is all about integrity. It doesn't mean you'll get everything right, because I'm sure there are plenty of things I've gotten wrong. But you know what? Here's one thing that I do that not one of my trolls or haters ever do. And that's actually make videos that actually help people. Not one of my trolls or haters spend any time doing anything good. They can attack me. They can make up stuff. They can definitely do that and make accusations and things that don't care. But what are we doing to change this world? You want to change this world? You got to make change. You can't sit back and wait for it. Donald Trump is not going to help you. Jesus Christ is not going to help you. Everybody wants to talk about, even religion. They want to talk about Jesus Christ is coming to save you. Well, where has he been for the past 2,000 years? What's he waiting for? We want to save ourselves, we got to save ourselves. We want to make change, we have to do it ourselves. We got to stop waiting around because corporations like YouTube and Google and all these people are going to make it so difficult, and they're going to attack people that care, and they're going to praise the channels that do nothing but distract you or make you stupider. And they're going to make a shit ton of money. And if anybody ever accused me of doing this for the money, now you have proof that if I'm doing this for the money, I have pretty low standards. Because I'm not making thousands of dollars, and I wanted to show proof. Not because I had to, because I want to show you that I do this because I care, and I want more people to care. I do this because I don't fear what's going to happen. Neither should you. So we can complain, we can ignore, we can just choose to look the other way, we could just pretend it doesn't happen, and then wonder why things are getting worse and worse. Or we can all finally decide it's time to put in the effort to wake up somebody who doesn't want to listen, to show a video or share information to somebody that's never heard of it before, to make a non-believer into a believer. All right, so we're going to get rid of one of the trolls. I'm not even giving the credit or anything like that. We're going to block this person. Okay, so that just proves there are going to be people that come here that just say the most ridiculous things just to make it seem like it's going to get frustrated. And here's the thing. I do get frustrated. They can get me sometimes, but you know what I do? I motivate myself with it. I use it as a way to say, okay, there's negativity coming my way. What can I do to turn it around into something positive so it makes somebody else's life or some other situation in life better? And that's why I confront these things. And that's why, yes, they can get to me every now and then, but I use it as motivation to never give up. So yeah, YouTube has plenty of my videos that are not quote unquote advertisement friendly because of the fact that they speak the truth. But they're still there, and I'm going to still continue. To me, anything like, for example, with the AdSense, it's just an added bonus of doing what I've been doing since 2000, well, basically since 2011. And more people should be jumping into this and speaking out. And if all Love says, what are we fooled about? Well, if you have to ask that question, then unfortunately, well, what I would recommend is you start researching and learn. If you don't know what we're being fooled about, then either you're here for the wrong reasons or you really don't know. So what I would recommend is start researching and you'll find out. But we're all being fooled in many different ways. I have several videos that show these things. I can always tell somebody that's new, that just say things. I mean, if your shtick is to try saying something funny on a comment section of a YouTube channel, your life can't be going that well. It's unfortunate. And I'm not saying that to any one particular person. I'm saying it to anybody that feels the need to hurt others is somehow a form of entertainment for them. Because if you look at a person and if they need to hurt others to make themselves feel better, what does that have to say? But we are definitely hitting a nerve because they are trying to silence us. YouTube really thinks that taking away ad revenue is going to stop me from speaking. It's going to motivate me even more. So now what it's doing is make me want to look more into the pedophilia that's going on. And what reason would YouTube have to want to silence a video that has done nothing but report news that's already out there as not advertisement friendly? Does that mean CNN is not advertising friendly? Does that mean Fox News is not advertising friendly? MSNBC, CBS, PBS, because they all report these things, just not as much because they want to make sure they do the bare minimum so they can say they said something, but not enough to cause a stir or make the average person out there actually say, wait a minute, there's potential child pedophilia going on to where over 1,500 arrests have happened this year alone in this country. There's sex trafficking to the point where they've created task force specifically for this. That's not something brand new, because if you saw the video I made the other day, they had a task force 3 years ago specifically for sex crimes and child trafficking. So they know about this stuff. They're aware about this stuff to the point where they've created a task force specifically for it. But yet, CNN, Fox News, and all them, they want to talk about the president. They want to talk about the health care. They want to talk about all, the division. But they don't want to talk about this. And when we try and talk about it, they want to try and take away the one thing that thinks motivates us. Well, it doesn't motivate me. To me, it was an added bonus. I could give two craps if I got paid to do this. It's nice to be compensated because instead of me right now at a job, I'm doing this. So why wouldn't I or shouldn't I be able to be compensated? That's what some idiots just don't seem to understand. But I could say I cured cancer and there'd be somebody out there that hated me for it or said I did it for the glory. That's just their own insecurities. I dislike pointing it out because it motivates me even more. And that's what I want to teach people out there. Whatever negativity is coming your way, whether people are making fun of you or saying they don't believe in you or they whatever, instead of letting it absorb into you and kill you on the inside, use it as motivation at the very least to prove them wrong. There's strength in you in everyone. You're all supermen and superwomen. You just got to believe you are. So use the negativity to motivate yourself. And that's what I'm going to do. So I want to thank YouTube for showing their true colors, showing how greedy they are and how they would rather protect the pedophiles than the people trying to speak out against it. Makes me wonder, is YouTube part of the pedophilia program? I wonder. I would wonder if anyone that represents the corporation of Google or YouTube, if they maybe are scared of the fact that people are starting to call them out, because why else would they want to hide a video that talks about people that are molesting and murdering and using children as sex slaves? What do you got to hide, YouTube? Are you part of it? Maybe that's my belief. Maybe I believe the reason that videos like mine and many others are being silenced is because maybe they're trying to keep people from discovering it because maybe they have a part in it. What other reason would they have to want to hide a video that speaks about child molestation? And I've said this before and I'll say it again. I should even have no reason to even talk about this. I don't have any children. What do I care if that was the case, if I was an uncaring bastard? I feel like it's somebody else's problem. But what's wrong is wrong. And you're supposed to stand up for things even if they don't affect you. And that's another thing I want to teach people. You could see this as proof that I'm not doing it for myself, because I'm not protecting any of my children because I don't have any. I'm doing it because it's wrong. So just because something that is wrong doesn't affect you doesn't mean you should be silent about it. And it's okay to be angry, but it's not okay to do nothing about it. So I want to thank YouTube and Google for inspiring me to dig deeper and maybe find out that possibly YouTube and Google are part of this child molestation, if at the very least covering it up or trying to hide it. Because I would love to know the reason why YouTube would want to try and silence truthful information when it wasn't done in any disrespectful or inappropriate way. It's time we start answering. It's time we start asking questions. So I'm just going to end the video here, but I wanted to show that. So if you didn't see this from the beginning, I show you how much quote unquote money that I'm making from YouTube. So you could see I ain't doing it for the currency. And what little bit I get, I either buy a comic book that is potentially an investment, or I get myself some more physical gold and silver. I ain't buying any stocks. I'm definitely not putting it in a bank, and I'm not wasting it on the latest iPhone. But some people will bitch and moan and complain no matter what, and make their judgments. And all I could say is I'm not the most religious person in the world, because I've learned that religion, unfortunately, is just another form of control. But I'll say this: he or she who is without sin may cast the first stone. I'm going to leave it at that. So thanks for watching. Have a great night. Speak for yourself. Think for yourself. Stand up. Get out of the banks. Get some gold and silver physically. End the debt and stop being complacent. It's time. I really hope it's time. Otherwise, I mean, we really are going to get what we deserve. You get what you give.